Right, AGT. We're here in, enemy territory. We watched the game together, bro, and
nice. It was a good experience.
It was. Well, at the time, it was. Yeah, we were stressed throughout it, but in hindsight, 2-2. Are you happy with the result?
Yeah. I think we all have to admit that we are happy with the result. I'm not sure about you, but I said I'd take a draw before the game. There was obviously that part of me, which everyone on the show was trying to get out of me, but I wouldn't say it. There is a part of me that thought, weak team, let's capitalise. If we can smell blood, let's go there and humble, embarrass. There was a chance that we could have done that. But when we saw the team for them, there was no surprise really that Saka and Timber played. That's what Arteta likes to do. I don't believe a word that he says in press conferences until I see it on the pitch. So, yeah, happy with the result. Am I happy with the performance in parts? I think second half, Liverpool were probably 3 or 4 times better than they were in the first half, where, apart from the goal, what did we create? Cool. But you also have to understand the context of the game. You can't go into a game like this thinking it's just another normal Liverpool game. Yes, we've won every away game so far. But this was our biggest test of the season, and we've come away, with the point. It's the only draw that Arne Slot's ever had. Yeah. And I think at the start of the season, if you could have picked a draw, you have to draw one of the games out of all the ones we've played, it probably would have been this game. So things to improve on, but take the point and, see them at Anfield.
Completely agree. We were pulling our hair out with some of the performances today. And I want to start with the negative before we do the positives. Who were the players that really stood out to you today that didn't really perform to the level that is expected if you put on a Liverpool shirt?
Well, like you said, we watched the game together. We pretty much jinxed the first half. Maybe we should just watch second halves together now. So the first half, obviously, Robertson, against Saka. It's an occupational hazard as a fullback because you are playing against the most flair, creative players really in the Premier League, and there will be times where you get cooked and you will become a meme, as Trent has done so many times. So Robertson, better in the second half. He was more alert. He was intercepting balls. He was, putting crosses in, which I appreciated. But the first half, if I'm honest, it was poor from him. Who else? Trent gave the ball away too many times. McAllister wasn't the best, obviously got booked fairly early on. That limits what he can do. Nunes, we said he barely wins headers and flick-ons. He got the assist today, so fair play to him for carrying on going. But I think those players, it's not necessarily that I'm going to double down and criticise them. It's more, we just expected a little bit more from them. Yeah. And it was a different team in the second half. We won 1-0 in the second half. So obviously whatever Slot said, it worked. So yeah, I would go with them lot. But again, Robertson in particular, he's been running up and down that left channel for, 7 years, 8 years? So he's due at some point for his legs to go. Yeah, maybe there's an opportunity to get a fresher left back in the summer. But yeah, they've played better, they've played worse.
Completely agree. On the other side, who really stood out to you today and impressed you from a Liverpool standpoint?
Not that many players, if I'm honest with you. I thought Kelleher, apart from obviously the 2 goals, there's a question mark over the first one. Could he have saved it? But when the ball's travelling that quickly at that distance, it's difficult. But he was kicking well. I really like Kelleher's kicking. Virgil got the goal, great. We predicted it. Yeah, I said Virgil from the corner, and we've got that. I'd actually had Luis Diaz to the list before as well. I'm trying to think, to be honest, of standout performances. Ibu then. We'll go with Ibu. There's not many things more that we can say about Ibu as Liverpool fans. We know it. I was just chatting to the AFTV lads outside the ground there, and they said they didn't realise how good Konate was. The way he just deals with people, Martinelli just gave up at one point. He was like, I can't be asked trying to get it off this big geezer again. It's not going to happen. So I go with Ibu, maybe our man of the match. So it's a Diaz assist, Van Dijk goal, Nunes assist, Salah goal. Yeah, I'm still giving it to Ibu though.
Yeah. Completely agree. We look at this game and you said it perfectly. If you ask us at the beginning of the season, do you take this result? We smack you for it. Take your hand off for it. Now, though, when you look at the fact that we're not top of the league anymore, it's the team that we've chased for years now back on top of the league, only by a point or so, if I'm not mistaken. do you look at it now and just go, it's kind of cut and dry now, it's City, and you've just got to hope they slip up now?
Yeah, that's just the same thing that we say every year, really. Doesn't change. You know, I still believe that City will win the league. It's down to us and Arsenal to disrupt that. I mean, Liverpool and Arsenal will still be there and thereabouts. It's a silly football cliche, but the quality in both squads, even with injuries, you'd expect them to win most of their games. But it will come down to that head-to-head versus City. If we can go, you know, we should have beaten them at Anfield last season. I mean, how we didn't get that penalty from McAllister at the end. Diaz missed loads of chances that game. So it's going to come down to the head-to-heads. We have to deal with everything else that comes our way. And yeah, it will be the three of us, but let's see if it's 2 or 3 come March, April. Can we win the league? I'd love to say we can, and I do think we can, but bro, it's just they played awful yesterday. They still won, so that's the benchmark, isn't it? Really.
Completely agree. I actually predicted Arsenal to win the league, and I predicted at the beginning of the season for us to finish 3rd. I actually now predict City to finish 3rd without Rodri. I know he's created. Look, it can come back to bite me on the arse, but
listen, I hope they are 3rd.
Yeah, same. But I hope Arsenal aren't first. I hope it's us.
That's the.
If I'm going to ask you though, bro, you look at the summer, we didn't do enough, in my opinion. January's coming up soon.
Good question.
Do you think we will? And if so, who would you like to see coming? Not necessarily personnel, but what positions would you like to see us address in January?
So do you think then that the positions that you think we need now, as we stand here, weren't the priorities in the summer when we had the chance? Do you think now a position's been added? And are you saying left back?
So I wanted a hybrid left back. So I did want a Calafiori type player, someone who could play centre back and left back.
Not many of them about though, bro.
No, but you're gonna have to play the premium now. But that's the way we kind of left ourselves. I mean, you look at someone like a Schlotterbeck.
You are right.
Yeah, still thinking midfield as well.
Yeah, listen, there's been rumours that Zubimendi, after his, decision to stay in Spain, has maybe fallen on his face a little bit. He could maybe try and force a way out. It's not really our style to do that in January.
Yeah, I know.
Arne Slot, what he's dealt with so far, with only signing Chiesa, is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Imagine what you can do when you really back him with 2 or 3 players. And I think we're going to probably do that in the summer more than January. There's just no clubs out there that really want to do business and leave themselves short in that window. So do I think we will? No. But if you're asking me what are the priorities now for the summer, I go obviously a CDM. Still think we need that. I still think maybe another creative midfielder as well, and a left back. Maybe Tsimikas moves on, and we find someone else to challenge Robbo. And then upstairs earlier we were saying we're not sure if Jota and Nunes will be there next season, so maybe you get a striker. But Slot will identify those areas. If you give him till May, he'll identify those areas, and I'm pretty sure, and I hope, touch wood, that we don't see another transfer window like that, because next summer, if we're serious, we've got to go big.
Completely agree. Before I let you go, bro, where can the people find and support you?
Do you know what? It's beautiful to come on this channel because, we started doing videos with each other in 2020.
Yeah.
So, and we've seen each other grow and do cool things. So, Kop TV, do you know what? Funnily enough, there was a guy outside the ground just then. He went, "Big up AGT, I love you on DR Sports and Kop-Ish, big up to you." And then I was like, like when you just go, "Yeah, big up, man." Yeah. But he was like, "Oh, no, Kop TV." Yeah. So we're the Kop brothers.
Yeah.
And, that's a beautiful friendship there. So yeah, Kop TV, obviously on DR Sports as well. Doing some bits and bobs with the club as well. That's going to be out soon. So yeah, keep an eye out. But make sure you smash the like button on this video. Get the subscriptions up for the boys because, Matt, Drifty, yourself, big Reds, top Reds, and we love to see it, man.
Bless you, bro. Always a pleasure, man.
All of that.
Bless you, brother.
Love, man. Big up.
Nice one, people.